Good morning, students. Today we'll be taking up part B of chapter 1, that is nature and purpose of business, where we were dealing with in part A, history of business and commerce in India. In this B part, we are going to deal with hundi. As you could see in the photograph, that it is a mode of exchange in between two people to enhance the transaction. So, we can say hundi is a financial instrument that was developed in medieval India for use in trade and to enhance credit transaction. Now, if we trace out the history of hundi, the Negotiable Instrument Act 1881 traces it out with a very long background. It came in 16th century with the reference of the merchant Ramakrishna, who had received hundi from his father to allow him to borrow money and to start his trade. Then during colonial period also, the hundi system was a part of indigenous or traditional form for the British government, and they were not very much comfortable. They were reluctant to interfere with it as it was essential part of Indian economy. And official hundis forms were produced putting revenue stamp bearing image of British monarchs like Queen Victoria. So we see this is where the history exists in terms of its validity. As on date, if we classify it, there were following types of hundis: Darshani, Shahjog, Dhani Jog, Jawabi hundi, Firman Jog, Miadi hundi, Naam Jog, Jokhmi hundi and Jikri hundi. We'll be dealing one by one for all. First one is Darshani hundi. As the name itself reflects, we'll be taking help of the vernacular concept, the local language, which were projecting the concept of hundis. Darshani means darshan dena, that is at sight. So a hundi payable at sight is called as Darshani hundi. It is negotiable and is like a demand bill. It is like a demand bill. It may be sold at par or at premium or at discount. The way the shares are being sold, a 100 rupee share may be sold at 90 rupees or 120 depending upon the market forces. The same way here it is, with the reasonable time of its receipt by the holder. If the drawer suffers a loss due to delay in the presentment, holder shall be responsible for it. Then we come down to the second one. We are coming down to the second one, that is Miadi hundi. Now, Miadi has been taken from the word Muddati. Muddat means what? Duration. We say in our local language, bahut muddat se. So we are using this concept. This is one which is payable after a specified period of time, like a time bill. So it is more towards a time bill, and bank usually provides loan against the security of such hundis. So this is a positive point here, that you get loan against this. Then is Shah Jog hundi. Shah means somebody who is very respectable, to be looked upon as something very high. So this hundi is made payable only to Shah, a respectable person of financial worth and substance in the market. It may be Miadi or Darshani and can be transferred freely. Can be transferred freely from one person to another by mere delivery, but it is not payable to the bearer. It is not payable to the bearer. So we can say it is more towards a crossed check. It is more towards a crossed check. Then naam jog hundi, jiska naam, the way we say. It is a hundi payable to the party named in the hundi or his order. Or his order. Such a hundi is similar to bill of exchange payable to the order. Payable to the order. Then dhani jog hundi. Dhani in a vernacular language means the owner. Thus, a dhani jog hundi is one which is made payable to the owner or a holder or bearer owner in a dual relationship. It is just like a bearer check, and the holder of it becomes the person who in due course can go for the bona fide approach of acceptance and for the value of it and for the value which is mentioned in the hundi. Jokhmi hundi, that is the sixth one, which says जोखिम मतलब risk लेना. So you are the one who is taking risk. You are the one who is taking risk. And such a hundi is usually drawn against the goods shipped on a vessel and implies a certain risk involved in the shipment of the goods. The way we do in marine insurance, the same concept is taken over here. Jokhim hundi, in fact, is a combination of two things. It is a bill of exchange as well as a insurance policy, and is payable only when the goods arrive in safe and sound condition. If the goods are lost in the transit, the consignor cannot claim the payment of hundi from the consignee, that is the drawee here in this case. Thus, Jokhmi hundi safeguards the interest of both consignor and consignee. It acts as a bill of exchange if it arrives safely, and if the goods are lost or destroyed in the route, then such a bill works like an insurance coverage. Then seventh one is Jawabi hundi, a hundi which is in the form of a letter or recommendation to the banker for payment of a certain sum of money to a specified person is termed as Jawabi hundi. For example, the way we go for standing instruction given to the bank to make payment of our telephone bills or electricity bill. So it's a standing instruction, a letter of recommendation. The same way in Jawabi it happens. It is in the form of a recommendation to a banker for payment of certain sum of money. Then is Jikri hundi. Jikri, the word itself says honor. हमने जिक्र किया in writing. I have mentioned in writing. Get those key words which will give you the hint of hundi. So this is a hundi accepted in honor for writing on a jikri chit or a letter of protection without being protested. Without being protested. It is drawn in the name of a specified person residing in the town or city where the hundi is payable. In case acceptance is refused by the drawee, or when a refusal is likely to occur, the hundi is furnished to the holder by some prior party to it. Then the ninth one is Firman Jo Hundi. It comes from the word farman, jari kiya humne. The term Farman refers to order in vernacular language, and therefore Farman Jog Hundi is made payable to the order of the payee. It is just opposite of Dhani Jog Hundi, which is payable to the bearer only. So this could be one more question also, that which is the opposite Hundi with reference to Dhani Jog. It will be Farman Jogi. Now, after this, we come to take up a conclusive approach of why they are popular, why hundis are popular. So it's an alternative remittance system with a very cost effective approach, and the legal constraints are nominal. It more works on contacts, less on identification number and the work permit. It's convenient in its delivering, and it is mostly used for money laundering. So that is why it is popular. But if as on date we see the findings of it, hundi is illegal. I'm talking about as on date. Most of the clients involved in hundis are the victim of circumstances. वो वक्त के मारे होते हैं. They have no intention to commit crime. They are just not getting alternatives. And the lengthy procedure of formal channel are indirectly inducing the NRVs to go for hundi. And it's possible only where it involves trust and extensive use of connection. Thank you very much.